So what you're saying is you'll fly to Airveldum and meet us all there?
I mean, I'd kind of like a guide or like a map or something.
Ooh,
Where are these papers that I supposedly need?
Yeah, it's probably best to meet up in PUAZ. But in your absence, it would appear as if my grip on this realm has been lessened. Something monstrous may have risen.
Oh my gosh. Well, slap me in the face and call me...
I prefer not to. That's a little violent, especially for first greeting. Nice weather we're having today.
He's used that line 8 times. Were you always this socially inadept?
I mean, the berry bushes have complimented me. Hey, Foundlings! Welcome back to the AOD podcast. I am Quentin, your GM, and my throat is absolutely destroyed from having an absolute blast streaming with you guys 2 weeks before this episode released. Please do be sure to check us out and follow us on Twitch, because we're going to hopefully be streaming more frequently, though hopefully with less vocal destruction on my end. I am joined by some wonderful, lovely players. I'm surrounded by smiling faces, all laughing at me, not with me. And we're going to go ahead and introduce all of ourselves and our characters before we jump into this week's episode of SAO Odd.
Hi, it is I, Emily, a game master, host, and other things, but today I'm a player on this episode and series. And as you know, I have played a myriad of voices, but today I am focusing almost entirely on Snow, who is the leader of the Odd Guild, along with her faithful wolf companion, Nachia, who is the king. I was also looking at my notes, and I have written down here from way back in the day that Clyde is an idiot and Wilson is a softie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just thought that was a fun fact for me.
Hey, I'm Aurel, and today I'll be playing Zana Xerxes Zion, who is joined by her little pro pet, Alistair.
I am technically a figment of your imagination.
A lot of things are figments of my imagination, but you're just a little bit more solid and a lot more helpful in battle.
Hello, my name is Jonathan, and I'm playing a new character today, which is called Tama.
Last time on the Odd campaign, the Guild's primary strike squad set out for the town of Airveldum, hoping to resolve some conflict between players and various NPCs, as well as hopefully finding the exit to the 15th floor. Though, for expediency, the party did the one thing that parties are not supposed to do, which is split up. For the sake of expediency, though, Snow, Draken, and Wilson went directly to Airveldum. Meanwhile, Zana went with a guide, Den, in order to get there because she was not able to quick teleport. Upon arriving, Snow, Draken, and Wilson decided to spend the night at Headquarters, which is the name of the nearby tavern in the Players' Union Autonomous Zone, also known as PUAZ. And I think that is where we're going to be picking up, in the quaint headquarters of PUAZ, as Snow rises in the morning.
Why am I always rising? Why can't I just be awake at some point?
Fine, you've been awake for 3 hours.
It's fine.
Just be glad it's not Wilson rising.
She looks over at the other bed. Oh, yeah, no.
He pitched a tent.
No, stop.
He likes camping, so he put his tent up indoors, so it made him feel more at home.
No, he did
It also
not stop
separated
this.
the room a bit more to give you privacy.
Yeah, you had a joint room, and he wanted to make sure there were some barriers between you two, so that you felt like you had your own privacy. So there's a tent in the room.
There already was a barrier. There's separate beds on the opposite side of the room.
Well, yeah, but there's no physical wall separating you. So he put up a tent and he slept in there on his bedroll. It felt right.
Wow, that's really awkward because it's just like, so she sees this, didn't realize this happened last night. She was probably out. So she looks at it and her first thoughts are, wow, I didn't know he hated me that much. But she gets up and slides out of the bed, dresses herself and looks in the mirror, realizing that she's still in Aurora form. Right, so this is where we're at. God. And she just walks out the door to go
Nichia
downstairs.
follows you, whimpering all the way.
I know you're hungry. Is he saying anything? Thinking to me?
Food.
Uh-huh. So she's hearing both the inner thought and the outer thought. And she's just rolling her eyes. I'll feed you soon. Just wait, I think I have something. I think I have a pound of meat left, if anything.
From what?
I have stuff. I still have stuff in my inventory from like before.
When did you get a pound of meat?
I had like 20 pounds of buffalo meat.
That is so bad by now. You got that on floor 1 like 8 months ago.
It's very moldy and mostly disintegrated at this point.
It's in my in-game inventory. There's technically no time.
There's a much like in Ark. You know how Ark has spoil timers?
No,
you have spoiled meat in your inventory that you've been carrying
that spoiled
around.
meat's gone at this point.
It's withered away. You have dust. You have mold and bacteria.
Okay. She just walks down the stairs then looking for anybody at the front counter to get some breakfast or if there's continental.
You see a average height gentleman of tan skin with a full head of hair and a beard, and he's got a cowboy hat on, and he's currently cleaning, as all barkeeps always do. They're always cleaning a glass, and he just has a pint in his hand as he's cleaning it out.
She'll take a look around just to see if anybody else is down here yet.
It is relatively early in the morning, and as of right now, you are the only individual here.
Oh God, why am I awake? Excuse me. She walks over to the counter.
Howdy, ma'am. How you doing?
Could I potentially get a large slab of meat?
Sure. What exactly are you looking for?
Raw?
Oh,
She gestures.
strange
towards-
request. Gordon Ramsay would have my culinary badge if I gave you a raw slab of meat, but seeing as
It's not for me, it's for the wolf.
I think it's there for your critter,
Yeah,
Well-
yes.
not a problem.
And then bacon and bread for me, please. Don't ask questions, that's it.
Well, I don't really get paid to ask questions, so I'll leave you about your business. I'll bring it out as soon as it's done.
She smiles and then finds an open table, plops down, and then opens up her UI and begins a message to check in on Zana's progress. Hey! This is because it's, a voice message, not a voice message, it's the text message, nobody knows. So it's like regular vocal. Hey, Zana, just checking in. What is your status so far? I guess that's what status means. Never mind, ignore the last part. But what is your status?
OMG. FML.
Funny. I don't know what this means. All right.
Funny movie line.
Oh. Okay, hold on. Yeah, no, she just sends back in quotes. It puts the lotion on its skin.
Zana replies back, I haven't a clue of what the hell you're talking about,
Well,
but
I'm doing just great.
it's very drawn out.
oh, I'm sorry. You said FML, so I just said, that line.
Do you know what FML means?
Do you?
I'm pretty sure I do, Grandma.
What?
Can't understand text language?
I don't think you understand
I'm
text language.
currently sat beside, get a picture, a sleeping man holding a fish, snuggled up by birds on my magic carpet. And they're getting their crap everywhere.
You just see Den as he's currently hugging a giant cod, and there's just like 4 eagles all like nested around him.
It seems very cozy. Hope you guys enjoyed your night together. Wink. The silence speaks volumes.
She doesn't reply.
All right, so what's your status? ETA? Never, I guess.
I push Den to wake him up. kind of push with. Wake up!
No, I was.
It's time to wake. I pick up one of the fish. I slap his face with it.
There's no need for that. It's a little rude.
Are you
honestly.
awake?
Yeah, I'm up. I'm down, but I'm conscious.
I didn't know you were coddling fish.
That's a good pun. I appreciate it. I'm glad I have a beautiful woman to wake me up with great humor in the morning.
She replies with a gentle, exasperated sigh, followed by pinching the bridge of her nose, kicking Den until he gets up.
Why do I need to be standing?
I need you to look at the landscape.
And he doesn't get up. He kind of just like crawls to the edge and like looks over. That's a far drop.
Yeah.
All right.
Would be a shame if.
I mean, you see the city over there, right?
Yeah.
All right, you're good.
It's like off in the distance. Is that the city, or is that not?
There's nothing else for miles. It's all barren wasteland. They cut down all the trees. They clogged up all the rivers. The mountains all the way over there. All that's back there is there's the city, and then there's the swamp where they have the sewage outtake.
Oh, is that what that little brown area is?
It's more like fluorescent green.
Green? Oh,
yeah. You can see the tinge. Almost inspires me to sing.
If you sing one more freaking song on this trip, to me, your birds, or the moon, I don't care. You sing one more song, I will kick you off. I will save you just from the bottom, but you will experience terror.
I thought my rendition of Evangeline was very nice.
And your birds thought it was nice too, and
It was a
that's great.
sing-along.
But it's 11 p.m. and people are trying to sleep.
That's when the moon's nice and full.
I text Snow back. Yeah, this is going great. With a face palm emoji at the end.
You should honestly be there in the next, 10-15 minutes.
So do you, you don't want to go to the city, right?
You start getting a call.
I accept begrudgingly. Hey.
Oh, good, you're awake. The message sort of indicated that you were, but I wasn't sure. It was
that fancy person's popping up in the screen window again.
Yeah.
Hello, Dan, it's me.
Hello. Yeah, nice to meet you. Snow?
Yes.
Oh, Aurora?
No. Snow.
Really?
Yes.
You've got that thing going on with your voice.
Shut up. I'm aware.
Sometimes when she meets with the queen for tea, she comes back with this fancy schmancy accent.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
the Queen
I
Limidor's
think it's
voice is very pleasant.
She's trying to embrace her inner queen, and I can respect that.
She rolls her eyes.
All right, shut up, you two. How far out are you? Do I need to order you breakfast, or am I just eating?
Oh my gosh, I would love breakfast. All he has offered me is fish.
I've got cod. Salmon?
No.
Tilapia.
I don't like fish.
Tuna.
Oh, I love fish. Fish is great for you.
Do you need cod?
Sure.
Tilapia?
I'll bring one for you.
Tuna?
Are you joining us then?
Oh, no, absolutely not. But
Why not?
I can get a nice little ice
You
chest.
want to be dropped off?
No, I'll be fine.
I can drop you off gently, lower to the bottom, I promise.
Well, if I'll be over there.
Okay, do you want me to land the carpet?
No, it's fine.
Wait, where is he pointing? I can only see your faces, and I don't know where he's pointing.
She looked, by the way, on her side. She looked in the direction, then realized what was happening.
You just stare at this tavern wall. It's a nice dark oak.
I think we'll be there in 10-ish minutes. And by we, I mean,
you'll be there. If you just want to
by we, I mean me and Alistair.
I guess you could just drop me off in the
It's
snow.
me and Alistair.
Yeah,
that's
just
a we.
you two.
Not us.
Okay, that's
We're
fair.
not a we.
Oh, that's understandable.
Wait, Dan, I thought you were sticking around for a bit. You were supposed to replace Draken?
What gave you that idea?
No,
Draken.
no, he's got to go home.
No, I can't go in the city.
He's got to go home and take care of
there'd be
his birds.
complications. I don't think it would go over well.
Yeah, no, I'm dropping him off. You said
right
you're
here's
fine?
fine. Oh yeah, I'll
Right here?
I'll go.
Zana-
Yeah. No, stop right. Yeah, that's perfectly
Oh,
fine.
stop?
Yeah.
She was about to just push him off with her foot. He's still laying down. Drop you off?
Zana, you're a monster, you know that?
Wait,
I
no,
saw
I didn't
that.
actually do that. Dude, I was saying I was...
You said you were going to.
No,
And I started screaming.
Oh my gosh, no, I don't
You
actually...
just impacted with the snow.
Zana thought about it
Oh, okay.
for a second.
You just had this mental image. You thought, no.
Everyone's reaction is valid in the mindscape of Zana. You're a monster.
That's her anxiety talking. She'll lower the carpet down to the ground to
All right,
leave
well,
him off.
if you ever need me, you know where to find me.
No, I don't. Where do I find
just
you?
up there.
I can't see where they.
over there.
Sonic turns around so you can see the camera in the way that he's pointing to. Like,
And-
I think it's that mountain.
He's pointing to the peak of the top of the mountain, just outside of Erveldum, the tallest point of the ridge that separates Erveldum from the rest of the forest.
It looks like a mountain. I'll ask Wilson. He'll help me.
Oh, it's the tallest point of the mountain.
Wait. How the heck are we supposed to get you at the tallest point of a mountain?
My
just
dude,
saying,
we
like-
literally just rode here on a
She
magic
flew
flying
over the mountain.
carpet.
Yeah, it was very
How are
impressive.
we gonna get to the? We passed by it.
I'll see you. Just send a signal nearby.
Like a smoke signal?
Sure, that works. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Just be careful. Only you can prevent forest fires.
All right. What if it says like "Mommy, come help me" or something? I don't know.
I would understand the sentiment. Though don't necessarily.
Anyway, he's gotta get going.
represent the message.
Oh well, I'm so sorry, Dan, that you can't join us. We would love to hang out later. all
If you
right?
want, I can prepare that little ice chest of fish for you and have that dropped off.
She
No,
starts
no.
handing
No, it's
him.
fine. It's really not a problem.
No, I think we're all right.
She
Are
starts
you
handing
sure?
him the fish out of the carpet. Just take these with you.
Are you
I'll
sure?
keep this one for Snow.
There's plenty more
No,
where
just
that came
keep,
from.
again.
Like, there's
I
a whole
will see
ocean
you
of
later.
fish.
We'll have tea sometime.
Oh,
It'll
really?
be great.
Wait, no,
fish and
actually-
chips
Actually, I will take the chest.
She's thinking about Nachia.
of fish.
Yes.
Sure, not a problem. I'll get an ice chest right away. I'll have it flown over. Next day shipping. As time went by, Snow, you received your breakfast and a giant 5-pound slab of raw meat. And after enjoying your breakfast of bacon and bread, eventually Zana comes through the front door of the headquarters.
Does Wilson come down?
You have not seen Wilson in the first floor of the tavern.
Okay.
Snow, I got you the fish.
Awesome.
This was the least clawed / pecked at.
I don't know what I'm going to do with that right now, Shay. Just
You
give it to
asked
me.
for a fish.
Yes,
I'm trying to bring you a fish.
Yes, but it's going to go bad in my... Just give it to me. Give me the fish.
I can put it in my bag of holding. It won't get bad in there.
That's not true. Apparently it goes bad no matter where you put it.
Bag of holding has it doesn't have spoil timers, right?
They all have spoil timers.
Oh, scheisse.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Jerv.
What did you put in your bag of holding that you're so worried about?
I'm just gonna tell you right now, respectfully, person to person, you do not want to know.
Was it a
You don't.
person? You do know that if you put
She
a
walks
living
over.
thing inside of your bag of holding, it dies, right? There's no air.
Walks over, straight face to the barkeep, person tending.
Yeah. You see this tall, country-looking gentleman who's wearing a cowboy hat and has a very full beard, and he's still washing a mug. You're not sure if it's the same one that he's been washing this whole time, though. Maybe he's just doing it for the aesthetic.
I think it's like the flip-flap. It's like the same repeated, macro emote.
Hello, sir. You got any breakfast?
Howdy there, stranger. Haven't seen you around these parts before.
That's because it's my first time.
Welcome to headquarters.
Oh my gosh, do you guys call this place HQ?
That we do, ma'am.
Oh, nice, convenient.
Alrighty, well, what can I get you for breakfast?
Anything that is edible
Alright,
and not a fish.
not fish. Well, we don't actually tend to serve too much fish around these parts, but, alrighty. Well, you just sit right down there. I'll bring you plates something good.
Surprise me. Also, I would love if you could have a little biscuit for my crow. He loves biscuits.
Alright, not a problem. It'll be right over.
Thank you very much. Do you hear that, buddy? You getting a little biscuit.
What? I don't think I've been fed ever.
I faked you.
I don't know why. I'm still a figment of your imagination.
That's not true. You're
I
real.
don't have a stomach.
You still like to eat food.
Absolutely. That's because you do.
You ate half of my pie.
Yeah, you really liked it.
I didn't eat that whole pie.
No.
I hate that you're gaslighting me.
I was just thinking about that. I'm like, where does it go?
You just see her arguing with her crow, which is really just arguing with herself.
Because it's just your imagination.
Oh, God. What? Zana, stop abusing your bird thing.
I'm not. He pokes his little beak.
Ladies, can I get you anything to drink while I've got your breakfast cooking?
Do you have coffee? Coffee.
The coffee,
No, yes, it's the coffee. It's a special blend we have at a drugstore.
Yeah, no. Instead of that, can I get a caramel ribbon crunch frappuccino, one with a shot of espresso?
Oh my gosh, and I will take a triple mocha chocolate chip frappuccino. She's never ordered one of these before, but she's kind of going off of what Snow said.
He's gonna be
ladies,
so,
with all due respect, I am not a Starbucks barista. I do not have white text on a green name tag. I know how to mix alcoholic beverages. I do not get people's orders wrong, and I do not serve drinks in paper straws.
Well,
I don't want it in a paper straw. I just like it.
Paper straws, dude. They're like the bane of my existence.
So if you don't like what Starbucks has to give you, do not order a beverage.
All right. But the question you asked was, would you like me to get you a drink? I do. I would like to have this drink in particular. But if that is not possible, a pot of coffee is fine.
Could message Clyde. He has that whole coffee brewing set.
We're going to ask Clyde to gift us... Oh, yeah, no, that's a great idea, actually.
Yeah. He has the stuff.
Do you want me to do it or you to do it?
I can do it if you want.
Are we both putting in our orders?
At the same time, just, sending...
She messages Clyde 200 gold for coconut mocha frappuccino cookie crumble extreme with double shots of espresso.
Is this an actual drink? Or are you just saying words?
Wow! I didn't know this was going to be such a profitable purchase and venture. Maybe I should just open a coffee shop. Call it Clyde's.
Is that a yes? Question mark.
For that kind of pricing, sure.
Meanwhile, Aurora sends her message at the same time.
She sends the same message. She doesn't have no money. She says, send it pronto. Need it. Dying.
Yeah, sure. Not a problem. That'll be $250.
250 what?
Gold.
Suck my...
Sorry, demon scum.
She sends a response. Clyde, if you want to stay a part of this guild, just send me the dang beverage.
Listen, I don't know. There's a supply and demand thing going on right now, and I supply what people demand, and this is the going rate. I don't know what to tell you. Someone just paid 200 gold for their last drink.
And you just see Zana over there sipping on a nice beverage.
Yo.
She definitely sends him, suck my sword, demon scum. That's the meme that's been going around in game. It's a new sticker.
It's a new emote, yeah.
Do you want me to get yours for you?
No, don't even.
I'll be
Who would pay him that much money for a drink? What an idiot.
I still feel guilty.
She's not paying attention to that. Like, so you say in the background, and she's over here like, who pays this kind of money? That much money for a drink? Normally I could just be like, hey, Clyde, I'm starving, feed me. And he'd be like, yeah, sure, here's the boob pictures.
I'm not quite sure. Were you sending nudes to Clyde?
No.
We'll send nudes for bread.
Some cake for that loaf?
She just sends pictures of noodles.
Yeah, those are the type of udon I want to make.
Technically, this is just a simulation. We don't need food or water.
Zana walks almost a little uncomfortably close to Snow, sipping on her beverage.
She leans back slightly as you get uncomfortably close.
So, are we gonna...
Can you take a step back or two?
Okay.
Or like 5?
Okay, well...
This is... Oh, yes. This is much more comfortable talking distance.
Well, I feel like I have to, like, raise my voice now, because we're kind of really...
You're fine. You just... Normal conversation. You do not need to be in my face to talk to me.
Oh, I was trying to let you try some of my mocha hazelnut.
No. No. I know what I like, and it's not much.
Alrighty, well, ma'am, here's your sunrise breakfast. That's 2 eggs scrambled with 4 pieces of bacon, white toast with butter, and home fries and the biscuit for your crow.
You put in a smiley face.
And as you requested, miss, here is your caramel ribbon crunch frappuccino with a shot of espresso with the caramel topping mixed into the drink. That'll be 5 silver.
I can pay that. Are you single? Because I'm currently searching for a burrito.
Wilson is right upstairs.
No, he's not. He hasn't even come down. There's no proof that he's even here. Doesn't matter. She gives him the money, though.
Very nice. And
That was a serious question.
he just goes back to washing the pint behind the counter. Meanwhile, Wilson enters the front door from the front of the tavern.
What the heck? I didn't see him leave.
No. And you never checked his tent.
What the heck?
And he comes in all hot and bothered.
Yo, Wilson.
Hey, Zana.
Hey, bud.
Or he's sweating.
Are
That's
you
not
all
what
right?
hot and bothered means.
You know, he's bothered and he's kind of hot.
Were you jogging?
I took Angus for a ride around. I kind of surveyed the perimeter.
Oh, good work.
Yeah, they've really beefed up security around here. I gotta say, there's like guards everywhere, multiple trains, lots of workers. I got shouted out by a couple angry guards. Meanwhile, also after having a brief conversation with Wilson, talking about what you're going to be doing for the day, Draken eventually makes his way down the stairs. Why are you all so loud?
She's just turns, has straw in mouth, sipping happily on beverage.
Okay, well, I can tell she's not the one making noise. She's going to be silent for like 5 minutes until that cup's drained.
Are you referring to me? Because I'm just sipping on my drink, too.
I don't know. There's just a ruckus down here. Some door opening, some child-possessed ambiance.
How long do you plan to sleep in beauty?
What do you mean? It's morning.
It's like how
It's
early-
11:30.
It's like 11:30, dude.
Snow stops sucking on the drink for a second. Draken,
What?
come here.
Why?
This is very important. Come here.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, fine.
And he
You
just
don't-
saunters over.
Try this. Her hands are already starting to shake. It's so good.
Are you trying to give me drugs?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I did see her put some like white powdery
No,
stuff.
you didn't. Don't lie about that. Don't
I'm
tell him
joking.
rumors.
Draken just reaches into his bag and pulls out the world's tiniest cup, then grabs his bag of holding and just
No, Draken.
and sips his cappuccino.
Fine. Wilson,
Oh, here, yeah. Hey, Snow.
try this.
What is it?
Hands shaking wildly. Just drink it.
I think I need to take that away from you. You look like you're about to spill it.
Oh, buddy, you're gonna get bitten.
And he goes to take it out of your hand.
I will fight you, and I will kill you.
You just told me to try it.
Try it. Don't you take it from me.
What? We can get you another one?
No. Oh, yes, actually.
Oh, dude.
I really don't think that is a good idea.
Anyway, now that everyone's awake,
Oh, wow, this is really good.
Right?
I think she was trying to get to business, guys.
which business?
Oh, my goodness.
What was his name? Donatello?
Michelangelo?
Are we talking about the Renaissance painters or the Ninja Turtles?
I think it's the Ninja Turtles. Yep. That's where we're at. All right, no, you're right. We need another one of these, though, please.
Are we going to the sewers or what? Do you guys need me to cover you?
I don't know if we're going to the sewers. I know we had business here in PUAZ, and also we need your papers.
Oh, are you all going to be attending the High Council meeting?
The what?
You
The
know.
High Council?
Well, you see, every guild who is associated with this Players Unified Autonomous Zone is allowed to elect one representative so long as they meet a certain threshold of individuals.
What does that mean?
That means if you have a big enough guild and you frequent these parts, you get a say on the local comings and goings.
Oh, that's cool.
And how big does the guild need to be?
Generally, you have to have at least a dozen
Oh,
to at
yeah,
least
we have
get a
one.
vote on
So-
the council.
So what you're saying is you have to have a guild to be on the council. Because
That
you have
is
to have
what
10
I'm
people
saying.
to start a guild. So that's such a bad threshold.
The point being is you have to be a guild and not a party.
I see. Right. So what do you guys do at these meetings
Well,
at HQ?
Literally just said they elect on like local things.
But like,
it's a general open air meeting where a lot of the High Council members will discuss the local happenings, allow individuals who are of these parts to address their grievances and make suggestions.
Oh, that is way more boring than what I thought something called the High Council would be, huh?
I mean, they can probably only do so much with this small autonomous zone.
Well, then I say we go with Plan A. Go through the sewers and up. That's what I was told we were doing.
We don't have your papers yet.
Where do we get them?
Draken's supposed to be getting them, and I don't think he's had time to get them.
She looks at Draken. Hmm?
I'm only on my 3rd cup of cappuccino. I don't get productive until at least my 8th.
Well, then do it in shots, buddy.
That's what I'm doing.
Shot it. It's a shot of espresso for a reason.
So when do these meetings happen?
Well, I mean, most of the time they just go on as soon as they get there. It's probably going on right now. Most of the guild leaders don't do too much unless they are actively out questing. So they'll just sit around and talk, more or less.
Wait, so where do they meet? I'm so confused.
in the town square.
Wait, why don't they meet at H? Oh gosh.
Well,
why would you go
this
HQ?
is-
And
That's kind of misleading. Like,
very
why wouldn't they
misleading.
meet at HQ?
I mean, I get a lot of traffic in my tavern.
You should be able to, like, close for one night for the High Council meeting. Have a little High Council party.
I could name this tavern the High Council.
No.
And he just starts scratching his beard.
But no, the point is that headquarters is where the High Council should meet anyway.
Oh, they just meet in the, local open-air amphitheater.
It's so cold outside. Oh, fine.
Well, we're not going to that, right? It sounds super boring.
No, we're going to that.
No.
Because there are people there, and where there are other players, we have assistants.
I'd rather not, but I will. It sounds so boring.
Sometimes that's just how it goes. Just because we're in a game doesn't mean we get to have fun all the time.
Oh, right. I remember, I have vivid memories of my Uncle Vinny trying to teach me math, giving me these boring lectures on how legislation should be and how it would make it easier to things and smuggle things across the border.
And did it?
No comment.
All right, so everyone grab your bacon and frappuccinos and I guess make our way outside.
He made it in a smiley face.
And he just kind of from behind the counter tips his hat in your direction.
I mime tipping a hat as well. A sign of respect.
Gives you a thumbs up.
But she does gobble up her breakfast pretty quick and make sure to hold the biscuit for Alistair as he is not able to eat it as quickly. Smallby.
Now, this is very important. Did Wilson drink the rest of my beverage? And do I need to get another one?
You see him as he's sipping the last of it, and you hear that a really annoying sound when the straw's getting oxygen sucked into it.
You're getting me another one of those, right?
What?
Wilson,
Well,
please?
I don't know what this was. It's just really good. That's why I told her to not give me drugs.
Caramel ribbon crunch frappuccino, one with a shot of espresso. That's all I need. The topping mixed into the drink, the perfect balance of sugar.
Well, that is a lot of passion for a cup of coffee.
She orders another one. And they will wait. Well, she will wait at least until
And
that comes
everyone's
out.
just impatiently standing around, tapping their feet, just glaring at you the entire time. Until eventually you get your coffee and you leave Starbucks. So you end up leaving the tavern named Headquarters and making your way to the town square where apparently there's an open-air amphitheater built into this literal crater, as most of this town is. You don't know what caused this calamity, but seeing as it was almost uninhabitable, the players have rebuilt it. And there is this open-air amphitheater where there's a small stage down at the bottom, and there are multiple ledges and booths and stairs leading down to it, so there's plenty of seating area for anyone to see who is speaking down at the center. Currently, though, it appears as if no one has taken the stage, but there are numerous individuals sitting in chairs and big fancy booths.
Outside?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, do we go take a seat? Are they reserved?
It doesn't seem as if there's any order to this madness other than the fact that there are 10 booths, not all of which are currently occupied, but they seem to be somewhat more contained structures with fancier seats in them. Other than that, there are effectively just the stone stairs also kind of encircle it and double as seating, and you see some people are sat intermittently around.
I would like to perception the area for faces I might recognize.
Sure.
29.
Scanning the crowd, you see a surprising number of familiar faces. You see an individual who you could not forget due to your altercation with them, a large muscular man with long brown hair and an eye patch over his left eye, as you are the cause of the need of such a device. You see Akula Rybalov as he's actually sitting in one of these booths, one of these fancier stations.
Oh my gosh, Snow. I start kind of tapping her arm. Snow, do you... Aurora, do you see him? Do you remember that guy?
Yes, I met him yesterday. I told you he was here, right? Did I not mention it? I thought I did. I don't know anymore.
The guy we fought on floor 5, like months ago.
Yes, I just said I know who he is.
He's got an eye patch.
Also, in one of the fancier booths, correct me if I'm wrong, you said that back on the first floor, part of Zana's backstory is she was part of a guild called the Phoenix Feathers.
Oh, no.
And you see an individual who you do recognize as the leader of the Guild of the Phoenix Feathers, Asher Avian. You look and you see that his player name is Number 1 Sorcerer Supreme.
Is it like the number 1?
Yeah, it's like the pound sign.
A symbol?
Yeah, this game was very lenient.
Wow.
It's dangerous.
It is very dangerous. You can really mess with code doing that.
Gosh, what the heck is he even doing here? Snow?
What?
We might have a problem.
Why?
I think I'm having a panic attack.
Okay, take a deep breath. You'll be fine.
I've never wanted to kill somebody so bad. I'm having to hold myself back. That's the asshole who kicked me out of his guild. It was my first guild.
Uh-huh. Right.
He's super mean.
Okay. Are we children? Just leave him alone and ignore him.
Oh, wait, no, he is a prick.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Just don't talk to him then.
He might pick on us if he sees me. Oh, wait, but I can solve that. She turns herself invisible.
As you're still looking around, you're turning yourself invisible, and you see, last but not least, another, more recently familiar face. An individual you met a while ago in the desert on floor 5.
So you see standing there a figure with a short, stocky build and tan gray skin. He also has gemstones for his eyes, which is a bit weird. And then he is dressed in a tan garb.
Meanwhile, you're standing there with a petition, and you're trying to get signatures so that you will be allowed to join someone's guild.
Oh my gosh. Is that a freaking petition? Dude. Oh, you're gonna get booked as a loser, like, on the bat. Oh. Does he even look like he has 2 signatures? Oh. Hey.
And as you're looking over there, you see that Wilson has actually walked up to him.
Oh, hey, I saw you at this paper there. What's that about?
Zana comes up behind Tama, invisible, I might add, and pokes him in the side and ducks.
Tama doesn't realize that he's really been poked because his skin's a little hardened.
Literal rock.
So he doesn't realize that he's been poked.
She actually pokes you in her
like a
finger
slight
bends.
tickle, almost like the wind blew something
It's like really
past
hardly.
him. So he doesn't really react to the poke.
So, what you got there?
Finger.
Well, I was in a party recently and found it quite useful and figured I should probably join a guild. I heard that a lot of guilds were gathering here, so I decided it was the best option.
Oh my gosh! Zana turns uninvisible. That's the longest conversation I've ever seen you held with a person. I'm so proud of you.
What's she doing here? When'd you get here, Zana? You were over there. You were talking to Snow.
I was.
I thought so. Anyways, do you need me to sign something? I saved a forest this way once.
What you doing with the petition, buddy?
Like I just said, I was looking for a guild.
And you thought a petition? Dude, we gotta work on your, social awareness. People are gonna think that you're a loser.
It says if he gets 10% of a guild signatures, he gets to join a guild.
Why does he even need... Look,
I'll sign that to
I'm
you.
sorry,
You
did
can
you
join the odd guild. Wilson.
Did you not even think to,
That means you only need 2 more.
10% of what?
Of the guild. If 10% of the guild agrees that he can join a guild. According to PUAZ standards. They passed legislation.
Zana snatches the petition out of his hand. Why are you even... She signs it. Why? A petition? Really?
Well, now he gets to present this to the guild leader, and then they have to review his claim.
Did you not think you could maybe, fake signatures? You really wanted to get in that bad?
Well, that would be wrong.
Meanwhile, Snow walks over towards this Asher guy. Can't be that bad. No way. Me, willing to test the GM's limits tonight.
Zana looks over, sees her approaching, and just kind of smirks like, either she'll learn a lesson or he'll learn a lesson. Either way.
He's just sitting in this like ornate booth. He's dressed himself as if he were a king. He's literally sitting on a golden throne. He's got like a long flowing red robe with like a poofy white fur collar, and he actually has 2 armed guards standing on either side of him.
She just stands at the base of this thing, looks him up and down. No, it's pretty bad. She just turns around.
Doesn't even want to speak to him. Good, I didn't really coming up with the voice.
She can just tell what type.
So, what have you been up to since we've been partied up at the I knew that other girl from somewhere else. The girl that was with us, she's part of the guild I'm with now. I knew her face looked familiar. That annoying voice, too.
What's worse is she also has the guild, like, odd, Odette, odd, ass, all that. So she had odd in her name, too.
Just went over her head.
Absolutely.
Well, I was looking to get into the city, but had no luck. So I figured join a guild.
That's some very interesting logic.
It makes sense, though. I mean, you wouldn't have been able to get into the city if it wasn't for Drake and getting you paperwork.
I mean...
and also telling you to sneak him through the sewers.
Not legally. I'm pretty good at sneaking. It's like my thing.
Best of luck with that.
You didn't even notice I was here 5 minutes ago.
I mean, listen, yeah, I'm also not a guard standing on top of a building with a gun.
It doesn't matter if you're a guard or if you're a grandma. If I'm invisible, you can't see me.
What if they have night vision goggles? They
then those would
heat detect you.
Okay, that's not what night vision is. That's heat detect. Anyway, we do have a guild you can join if you want to join up with someone familiar, or if you want to go and meet some of your new friends, go talk to people. I'd be okay with that.
I don't have friends.
Well, you got at least 2 other signatures on there.
Yeah, don't think they were friends.
Zana touches her heart and kind of acts like jokingly offended. You have no friends? Not even me? Your old buddy? Your old pal?
Not my friend list.
I went on one mission with you.
He brings up a really good point. I mean, I don't even know if
I would consider us at least acquaintances.
Yeah,
you also kept acting very weird towards me.
I'm trying to help you socialize, buddy. I'm not the one who's weird.
Don't worry, she acts weird towards everyone always.
I'm not weird. He's the one who doesn't know how to socialize.
There was a really nice man that she went on a magic carpet ride with. He tried singing to her and giving her dinner, and she just shut him down.
Snow told Wilson everything.
Exactly how it was recounted to me.
That is unrelated, Wilson, and thanks again for bringing up that lovely recent memory I've been trying to get out of my head.
See? Just makes everything weird.
I don't make things... I bet you 50 gold he was homeschooled. Tama, were you homeschooled?
What's that?
Homeschooling? How did you learn? IRL.
I went to school.
What kind of school?
There was a few other people there.
See? He had friends.
Guess we could find... Snow. Oh, she's coming over. Oh, she looks...
Well, that's the look of disgust, disdain, repulsion.
Like she just got hit on by a cat caller and it was like offensive in a bad way.
Tama looks at Zano and kind of a puzzled look. That almost seems like a very specific situation that she had been in to have had that detail.
In New York.
Generally, when I call cats, they're named after flowers. Named one, Penelope. I don't know if that's a flower.
I don't think that's a flower.
I got one named Lily, one named Rose.
I bet you have one named Tulip, don't you?
Yeah, Tulip's a cute little yellow tabby.
Oh, where do you keep your cats?
In the barn.
Oh.
Snow walks over, up to this conversation. She walks up, she stops, seeing and hearing the discussion about the cats. Slightly confused about why the party is talking about cats right now. And she just thinks in her head, what is going on? Why is this what we're doing right now? And then she walks up closer. What are you all doing?
Oh, well, we met this really nice guy. He's a nice, strong, silent, quiet type. He's got a petition for friends.
She looks down with like mostly just her eyes, not realizing that he had been there since Wilson was kind of blocking the view of him. And then she sees him. Oh, I'm so sorry. Hello, Rock Man.
Tama just raises a hand in like a wave symbol and then puts it down.
I actually, I know him.
Strong silent types, great. More of those.
He said he was trying to get into the city, but he couldn't really do it by himself.
Welcome to the boat. She's in the same position.
I'm in the same boat. Yes.
Yes, like the inner harbor. Anyway, so, have you been able to get any papers? Or do you have the finances for this?
Need papers?
Money.
I have a little of that.
Just like that money grubber, just like pitching
He totally would too. He totally does. There's no way he doesn't.
I might know an individual who can, grease a couple of the right cogs for the right price.
So are you with a guild or something? Are you here by yourself? Party?
That's literally what his petition
I
is
literally just said he needed to sign it.
Wilson, I haven't listened to a word you've said since you started talking about cats.
That's fair.
I was listening to you, Wilson.
Thank you, Zana.
A petition to... Why wouldn't you just ask somebody directly, hey, can I join your guild?
Well, I looked up how to join a guild, and this is what came up.
Did you...
Is there like an in-game Reddit? She opens up the UI and just starts looking.
It was probably like a WikiHow, and it was like one of those joke ones. Oh, buddy.
You type it in, and you get an Ask Alice forum.
Dang it, Alice!
Yes?
What the heck is this how do I join a guild thing? What?
Oh, this was a forum post made by one individual known as #1 Sorcerer Supreme.
I feel like I've seen that name somewhere before.
And you just stare up, and you just turn and look up.
Dude.
And it's the really pompous guy dressed up as a king in long red robes, and he's just like silently laughing to himself.
Zana looks up, just seethes with rage.
So, what exactly are your skills? Your skill set, class, any of that?
Well, I'm a monk.
I see. Short, to the point, punches things. We don't have a lot of DPS in our group.
I take offense to that.
We don't have a lot of manly DPS in our
I
group.
take offense to that.
We don't have a lot of
What's DPS?
men in our group.
I also take offense to that.
What's DPS? She turns to Draken.
Oh, you asked Draken?
Yeah,
okay, good.
What's DPS?
Oh, it's damage per second. It's supposed to indicate how much how quickly you can rack up damage against an enemy. Oh, here I thought it stood for Dill Pickles Squared.
Tama takes out his pickle jar and offers it to him.
Snow, we have to let this man in. And just Wilson reaches his hand into the jar.
And this is why Draken is lover #1.
You two are lovers?
Absolutely.
I don't see it.
Neither does he. Or me, honestly.
I don't know, she just keeps saying it.
Yeah, it's kind of stuck.
Also, her chat just keeps autocorrecting.
Yeah, I don't know why. Every single time I try to type in Draken's name, it just changes it to Darling. And Wilson, it keeps coming up loser.
Wait, what?
Oh, yeah.
You sound more like divorced parents.
Which one? The loser or the darling?
That one. She points to Draken.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like maybe you used to be lovers. I don't know if there's history, man.
I don't know. Draken, is there history?
What? No.
No.
No, not
None.
possible.
Not at all.
No.
That makes it sound suspicious like there was history, though, so we should probably be careful
yeah,
of that.
probably.
Are you
Yeah.
going to share those pickles, dude?
Tama, after offering Wilson a pickle, moves it over towards Zana and offers her a pickle as well.
Dude, you still have the jar.
But I got a little bit in my mouth. There's a feather with my pickle. Was that important?
Tama shrugs.
Okay.
What was with my pickle?
And as you bite down in your pickle, it's really hard. You bite down on something, and you kind of like take a chunk of pickle off, but inside you see that there's this hollow tube in the middle of your pickle.
I take out the tube.
And now you have a hollow mithril tube that's about 6 inches long, and you have a pickle with a hole in the middle.
Dude, these are like Kinder Surprise pickles?
Tama shrugs again.
Oh, that's a hazard for your teeth. I wouldn't bite into that anymore.
Oh, yeah. I think whatever this is, change the taste of the pickle. Ugh.
Well, I don't know about you guys. My pickle is really good, minus the feather.
Right. So, there doesn't seem to be much happening here, and I don't see any other leaders. Though I do have some business.
What do you mean? There's like there's Akula.
I see
There's
Kula.
there's Asher.
Asher.
I
yes.
think there's Alec over there.
Why are they all A's?
Oh, that's a really good question. Someone's not really good at coming up with names. Oh wait, is that Gladys?
No. No. She better not be here.
And you see off in the distance, there's this woman in a very skimpy black dress, sitting in a very like flamboyantly pink booth.
She was with Epitaph, right?
Oh well, she actually has her own guild now.
Good God.
The Knights of the Bleeding Heart.
No, she can't be in charge of something. I can't.
There's the group in charge of. There's the guy in charge of Epitaph over there, and you see this very large, elderly-looking gentleman. He's got like slicked back white hair, and he's wearing full clad in black armor.
What does his username say?
Why do you always ask me the worst question that I'm never prepared for? Just ask his name.
Well, how would I know his name without asking him directly?
I'll make you hurt.
What is it?
Shut up, woman!
His name is Dark Albatross 315.
All right, fine. There are more people here than I thought originally. Whatever. I guess now would be as good a time as any to kind of address a few things. I'll be right back. You all try not to feel embarrassed.
What do you mean you'll be right back?
Can he join the guild?
Do you want us to do something while you're doing this?
Yeah, just don't feel embarrassed and run and hide.
So you want us to not run and hide and not feel embarrassed about it?
All of these above are fine, I guess.
All right, do you guys want to go like do something while she does whatever that is?
Sure.
Maybe we could get into the city.
Here, Tama, you come with us.
Because you can teleport inside the city.
Absolutely.
All right, so do you want me to get them in while you do this?
Sure.
Okay.
Thanks, Draken.
Uh-huh.
Darling.
All right, kids, time to go on a field trip.
Zana salutes back.
At the lead of Draken, he begins guiding Zana and Tama to a path in which he claims will allow you to get into the city. Meanwhile, Snow and Wilson stay behind to take care of official guild business, is about all you're able to get out of her. So Draken leads Zana and Tama to a sewer entrance, completely bypassing a front gate, and leading you to an outpipe where sludge and refuse is currently being thrown out into the streets below.
It is a good thing I prepared for this. I heard we were going near a sewer. She puts on a little nose pinch thing in order to make sure she's not smelling the stink. You want one?
I'll be fine, thanks. All right, so here's the tricky part. This is the way to less than legally enter the city without proper documentation so that you can get documentation. Because edgewise, if you're outside the city trying to get in without any documentation, the processing takes months. So, if you are already in the city and you have connections, you can get paperwork in a matter of days, significantly easier, which is why we have to get you in first. However, the government is slightly aware of this problem, and there are patrols rotating through. So we need to be very careful not to run into any of them.
Oh, you know I can turn invisible, right?
And what happens if you are walking down the same side of the sewer system as someone who's walking antithetical to your direction and you bump into them?
I would walk on the wall and not bump into them.
All right, we'll figure this bridge. We'll burn this bridge when we come to it.
Yeah, you guys probably can't do that, huh?
Yeah, see, that doesn't work for everybody here.
Well, I got some scrolls of sleep.
I mean, that might be useful if we want them to take a little cat nap down in the sewers and then die of, like, meningitis.
Natural causes.
Anyways, just look out for flashing lights.
Okay.
And you begin making your way down through the tunnels at the guidance of Draken. You do hear, as he mentions, footsteps as they echo through the tunnels intermittently. Generally, with the way Draken is taking you, they tend to walk past you. But I do need you to roll a stealth check, as it sounds as if a group is coming down in your direction.
I'd like to roll a perception and stealth.
Sure. Stealth first, and then give me your perception.
My stealth is 29.
37, perception 21.
All of you duck into a nearby corridor, hugging the walls and fading into the shadows, just in time for a small platoon of 4 guards to walk by. They don't seem to check very thoroughly. They seem somewhat distracted, talking amongst themselves, complaining about these terrible conditions, how they've already been on shift for 8 hours, and they're complaining about how Leopold von Amnes is running his men into the ground, searching these sewers for something that might not even be here. After a moment, they pass you a good distance and actually turn left down another corridor, and you can no longer see their flashing lights, so you begin going once again on your way. But for me, could you roll a perception check? Everyone who is here.
31.
17.
Zana, as you're somewhat on guard, ready to turn invisible at a moment's notice or climb up a wall if need be, you're a little bit more on edge and you're paying very close attention. You hear something unnatural, aside from the footsteps of the guards and the water flowing by you. It's almost as if you hear something moving inside the walls themselves.
Lana pulls out both of her daggers and gets in kind of like a attack-ready stance.
Hold on. I think there's something down here other than rats.
Oh, I was about to say, it looked like you had poop face.
No, I just don't want to get surprise attacked.
Okay, well, I mean, nothing's... Do you see something?
I kind of hear something. Doesn't sound like footsteps.
Well, what does it sound like?
A creature, I don't know. This is a new floor and a new zone. New enemy.
Do you want us to turn around and go back?
Just saying be ready. Or do you think we should turn back? Is there another way?
No, there isn't really another way.
Then get ready.
Why? You're the one who stopped walking.
Well,
She continues walking, kind of surveying, twisting her back, walking backwards, making sure.
All right, roll another perception check for me.
That's a 17.
You want to roll one for me too?
32.
This time, Zana's almost too on guard, listening for something very specific that she misses as a shadowy figure slips right by her feet in the nearby water. But Tama catches this shadow as it slides and slithers, undulating in the current of refuse.
Tama stops for a second, thinks to himself, and then says, "Snake."
What? Where?
Zana jumps from where she is.
Dragon pulls out his bow and readies an arrow.
Can
you what?
Do I see it down? As I look down?
You don't see anything. Tama hasn't really given you a direction. He's just exclaimed that there's a snake nearby.
Where?
Tama looks back and forth and then thinks for a second, realizes, right, more detail. Water.
She looks into the water and starts stepping back.
Did you step back away from the water?
Yes.
Okay. As you're all fixated on the water, you see as the floor itself, under the current, almost begins to move, swaying from side to side, going in different directions, until you realize that it is not the floor, but something which is laying down on the floor itself. Multiple snakes begin slithering in various directions. Noticing your gaze, they seem to dissipate, and you see them slip into tunnels where the water's coming from.
Oh, wow, that is a lot of snakes. Oh my gosh.
Tama just looks at the snakes and looks very interested, but not at all really necessarily scared of them, like he probably should be.
And as nothing is attacked, you continue on your way, until eventually you come to this point where it seems as if the sewer path ends, and there's nothing except a stretch of water for about 20 feet.
Well, this is always the least popular part of the trip.
Oh, I'm not going in that water.
I'm just saying that our option is go here, or there's a bridge 500 feet in that way, but there's a lot more patrols.
That makes more sense. I'm not walking in that water.
So you want to go the patrol route?
I want to walk across the wall.
You'd have to go up on the ceiling.
Oh my gosh.
There's still poop everywhere, though.
Okay. I have a solution. I'm gonna need to wash my rug out. But I can use... I'm gonna get it so dirty. I can use my rug to float us across. We'd have to go in turns, though. Because I think someone has a little weightiness to them. No offense. No offense.
Tama just looks back and forth, not understanding what she implied.
I mean, I'm just going to jump across.
You think you can jump that?
Yeah,
It's like 20 feet.
Okay.
Would you, like, never skip leg day or something?
You never skip leg day.
Okay.
And you see as he whispers something, and a magical aura kind of shrouds his body, and he does just leap across.
Tama, do you have a way to get across?
How does leaping...
So you can roll acrobatics, and it will be counted as a long jump. You can go ahead and roll your acrobatics for me.
Tama looks at the distance and thinks, I'll try make that jump.
You're just nodding your head, and do you think you can make... Okay, I think you got this. You seem confident.
18.
You get a nice running start, and you soar through the air, and you almost make it. Keyword almost. You miss by about 2 feet, and you just plummet and sploosh into the water. But seeing as this isn't a bank, it's not a very shallow descent, it's just a straight plummet into sludge. If you didn't roll a 2, the DC was 20, and you have such a high
I know, I'm 16
I thought you were golden.
That's what I was like, there's no possible way I don't make this.
It's like, it's so fine. Yeah.
I will cast Spider Climb, and instead of walking on the wall, I would walk on the top of the ceiling to avoid as much sludge grossness as I possibly can.
All right. As you're walking on the ceiling, you see your friend Tama, who I need you to make a swim check for me.
22.
He's able to right himself after he's fallen into this ick and sludge and refuse. But, Zana, as you're getting this above-head view, you notice that he is not the only object in the water. A straight turd floats by. But more importantly, it seems as if there's movement underneath him.
I point to where I see the movement and note over to Draken. Draken, shoot, 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 shoot.
Tama, what is your flat-footed AC?
22.
As you have plummeted into this sludge, you feel a sharp pain in your calf, interestingly enough, as if something's bit down on your leg. And you feel as it's beginning to get harder to tread water, and you're unable to go to the embankment, and you feel as if you're getting drugged back.
Draken! Draken!
What? Shoot what? It's hard to see down here.
Do I see where a shadow of the creature, or the movement,
You can see a vague silhouette, but it's so far under the water, it's hard to make out. It definitely has partial cover at the very least. It's dark down here. There's no light source, and it is obscured by the murky water.
I really need a long-distance weapon. I was talking about getting a crossbow, but I didn't say that I did. So I figured I'd pick up some guns in town, if I can.
It's a fair reason. If you would like to, Tama, you can make an action and attempt to attack what is attacking you.
Can I attempt to break free?
You could attempt to break free of the grapple, yes.
That is just a roll with... Well, actually, that's technically...
You're going to be counter-grappling, kind of. So you're going to be using your combat maneuver bonus, your CMB, and you're going to use that plus your dice roll and see if you beat its CMD to escape the grapple. Or if you wanted to, you could also roll an escape artist's check.
25.
Treading water, you feel that sharp pain on your calf, and you manage to kick off whatever's grabbing at your leg, and you begin attempting to swim to shore once again. As you're doing this, though, you hear as Draken actually screams out in pain. Ow! Oh, what was that? And you see, Zana, that he has been bitten as well, as a snake slithered up behind him and is now chomping down on his side.
I will rush down there and try and help Draken.
Go ahead. What are you going to attempt to do? Are you going to attack the snake or, pull it off? Okay, cool. Roll a hit. As Draken shouts out in pain, though, you do hear, off in the distance, a voice say, "What was that?"
As she's attacking, that's a 22 for attack.
That's a hit.
As I slash at the snake, I whisper, "Way to alert the guards, buddy."
Oh, that's kind of what happens when you get bit in the side.
Don't get bit.
Whoa, what a great idea. Wish I would have thought about that. I chose to be in these circumstances, though clearly.
I love the whisper yelling that's echoing in the sewers.
Yeah, you just hear the voices and footsteps as they're drawing closer, and flashlights as you see them getting ready to turn around a corner. What was your damage when you attacked the snake?
4.
You barely graze the back of the snake, and you feel it writhe in protest, but it does not loosen its grip. Luckily, it's a relatively small creature, and Draken, literally with it latched on, begins running around the corner.
I will pull out my carpet to try and rescue Tama.
After Tom broke free, did he actually manage to get to the edge?
Can you roll another swim, and I think it'll be an acrobatics check to get up out of the water and over the ledge.
Which one first?
Swim check first.
10.
You're barely floating. You're almost drowning in poop water.
27.
Barely able to stay afloat, you manage to tread your way over to the ledge and then heave yourself up with the greatest of ease, and you are now standing next to Zana Xerxes Zion as you see the guards are incoming from down the hall.
I motion for him to get up on the carpet.
How far away is the corner?
The corner is around about 15 feet up and around, as Draken has just bolted off the distance. The guards seem as if they're around about 70 feet away right now. If they move any closer with their flashlights and lanterns that they have, you would be within the range of their light.
Tama looks at the carpet and then thinks to himself and remembers when he last tried to get on the carpet and it just sagged, and decides he thinks he should just run really fast around the corner.
I proceed thinking, just when God got this thing out, it's going to be all stinky now just for him to say no.
So Draken bolts, Tama hops up out of the water, he bolts. Zana, are you going to ride your carpet?
In the air on top.
So you hop onto your carpet and you just levitate up into the ceiling?
And, downwards.
Oh, and then you continue going down the hall to follow the rest of your compatriots?
Yes,
okay.
Obviously.
And the guards keep approaching, and they look around the general area of where you were. They haven't quite made it up to you yet. And at this point, Draken seems to have pulled out a dagger and is repeatedly stabbing the snake, trying to get it off him. And eventually, it does loosen its grip, and he discards it into the water, and it kind of lets out a very angry hiss, kind of slithers away.
Strange. I thought I heard something. I'm gonna look up ahead.
It's time to keep going.
Yeah, I got that. We are going this way anyways.
I motion for him to come up on the carpet. That's footprint sounds.
Sure, that's fine.
And Draken gets on to your flying carpet. Tama, are you just going to keep walking? You don't trust this device?
No, not because, wait, isn't the weight only like 400 pounds or something?
I believe it's around about 400 to 500, yeah.
It's like 400 exactly.
Oh, is it?
Tama already weighs 171, so...
Yeah. Draken steps on, notice that it begins to sink, and is like, ooh, backs off, also kind of hesitantly. Maybe that's best for you.
Let's just go.
All right. And as you begin making your way down the tunnel, you feel as the ground begins to shake. The walls begin to move. The stone jostles loose as almost an earthquake comes through, but all of the light which was beaming down behind you vanishes as you see a blur of black motion fill the entire tunnel behind you.
Can I perception the walls? What do the bricks look like?
Well, looking all around you, the bricks by you seem normal, but when you look back, it seems as if the tunnel you just came from almost disappeared, and there's no light coming from there anymore. It almost seems like a dead end, but you swear you almost hear the muffled screams in the distance.
Yeah, no, they found the snakes.
You know that there was a path which you just came from, and you now see that it doesn't seem as if a wall is obscuring you, but rather a very large object has just covered the entire opening which you just came from. And it looks very different from the brick walls, but it seems to be almost a solid black, almost scaly surface.
Tama just looks at it and thinks to himself, kind of like questioningly, very big snake?
Yeah, and that is what we need to avoid, so we need to go. Let the guards take care of that.
Tama nods his head and follows.
And you all continue running down through the halls. The walls around you still continue to tremor for quite some time, and you are never certain if the walls around you will collapse, your path be obscured, or if you will ever have to face whatever it was the guards found back there. But eventually, you do make it up out of the sewers, lifting a grate and entering in to the city of Erveldum. And I think that is where we're going to end it for this week's episode of SAO Odd Campaign. Please make sure to leave us a review on your favorite podcast listening app and follow us on social media. That's Twitter and Instagram at RollFound. And feel free to join our Discord so you can interact with us directly and tell us all of your favorite moments and conspiracy theories about the SAO Odd podcast. If you want to help support the podcast in other ways and get access to exclusive bonus content, early releases of episodes, and more goodies, make sure you become a member of our Patreon. It helps support us and helps us continue producing content and new types of content as we may be eventually streaming on Twitch. Special shout out to our longtime supporter, Jason, who's been helping us out for the longest time. Thank you so sincerely. And a special thank you to Evan Dutch, Will Savino with Music D20, Michael Gelfi, and Monument Studios for providing music and ambiance for today's session. That's all until next week as we pick back up with the Odd campaign.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.